Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing a color cast design layout. This is using the monthly box for May for acrylic pieces. These are the acrylic pieces you would receive if you were a subscription based. And I did order a few other ones also, so I'm going to open the box with you, show you what you receive if you order. I love how it comes individually packaged, and I also like the little box. I save the little boxes and organize my acrylic in those boxes, so I get little extra use out of those. I love the acrylics this month, and they're all travel based. And we took a trip back in February, and that is the trip that I plan on using most of these acrylics for. Not all of them, but most of them. So here I have little getaway, adventure, view from here, little location marks, and then are we there yet? Adventure bound, travel. And I'm going to use this brand new collection by Echopark called Born to Travel. Here's two of the photos that I'm going to scrapbook today. This is also for acrylic stash busting that I do with my friends. Jessica Michaels, Natalie Dill, and Nicole Santos. I believe Jessica has a layout up today. I'm not sure if the other two ladies do or not. I will have links down below. I have the full 12 by 12 sticker sheet. I have this cut apart with the stripes on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and show the entire collection. I do plan on using it for the rest of the month. And I'm going to also use it to scrapbook a few other Vegas photos besides these two here that I'm showing today. So I'm just going to do one little quick intro of the entire collection. And then as I do the other videos, I'll show you each individual papers that I plan on using for that specific layout. I love the blue arrow paper, and I love that all of the papers are tone on the opposite sides. So that is one of my favorites to use. So I definitely love that in this collection. And I love the bright primary colors. That seems to be what I'm going towards here lately, is a lot of primary colors. So I have my layout ready to go. This is 8.5 by 11. You can see that I cut or die cut a couple of little tags out of the background. I wasn't sure if I was going to use those tags or not. I do have a green one already ready to go, like I'm going to use it. I end up changing my mind and I actually don't end up using that particular one. I'm going to use a blue one instead, but I'll go ahead and keep those to use on future layouts that I create with this collection, but I didn't want to waste that paper behind the photo or behind the cut apart. So basically I cut two of the cut aparts that I really liked because of the bright colors, and it has all of the colors in the cut apart. And then I'm going to mat the photo of myself driving in orange. And this was a road trip. So we drove from Denver to Las Vegas for my son's 13th birthday. And it was just something for him and I to do together and to go have fun in Vegas and see the attractions. And we did it in a road trip over a 4-day weekend. And like I said, it was just something for his birthday. He had wanted to leave out of town and go someplace. Vegas was not his first choice. New York was actually his first choice, but at this time we weren't able to do New York, and also I wasn't going to do New York in a 4-day trip. So I told him we could take a trip to Vegas and go see the sights there and go see the Michael Jackson 1 show. And we really enjoyed the Michael Jackson 1 show. I'll have other layouts with that one, not using this particular collection. I have different papers for that one, but that is definitely in the plans for this month and probably next month too, since this month is already halfway over. But I'm going to pop the photo up on play foam, and then that little green sticker says ground transportation, which I thought was fitting for, this particular layout since we are driving there. And then I have Born to Roam is what that little red license plate says. And that was off of the sticker sheet, so I just decided to go ahead and use that to add a little pop of red over here on this side with the photo. And then the yellow heart is also from the sticker sheet. And I'm going to pop up those with a play foam so that everything is popped up behind the photo. Sorry, was interrupted by a text message. Not sure if you heard that little chime come in on the phone or not. I'm going to go ahead and glue down the letters. These are Doodlebug letters in black, and they just say Denver and Las Vegas. And again, like I said, we drove from Denver to Las Vegas, and we did have to take the long way around versus going through the mountains since this was February. And in February, there is lots of snow on I-70, and I wasn't about to chance that and have to drive through that. So we just went the long way around, so which means we also went through New Mexico and part of Arizona into Nevada. So it was a 14-hour drive, but it was well worth it. Like I said, we had lots of fun, and we ended up really enjoying the concert. So or the show, I guess. It's not really a concert, it was a show. But if you get the chance to see Michael Jackson 1, and if you're a fan of Michael Jackson, it is definitely a show to see. It was definitely worth the money. So here's the little location tab. That's an acrylic piece. I did put one of the orange sticker locations behind it so that it would pop orange behind it. This little yellow flower I'm going to put here behind the road trip sign, and then I put the blue flower up top along with an orange acrylic piece. I didn't glue the blue flower down. You'll figure that out here in a minute when I go to hold up the layout when I'm done and it falls, but I will get that glued down. But the location tab is glued down. I guess I just assumed that it was already glued down, but it wasn't. And then here's the green tag, and it looks fine. I could have left the green tag, but I do decide that I like the blue one better, and I'm going to bring the blue one in instead. I actually wish I would have used red and not used the Born to Roam license plate, but it was already there and I wasn't going to pull it off, so I'm just going to use the blue arrow instead. And it's going to go down a little bit further than that. It's a little bit too high at the moment. But again, I like the way that it looks. And in the end, I like the layout. So it's okay. But sometimes, you have ideas in your head and you're like, oh, this is going to work so great. And then you're like, nope, I don't like that. So you keep changing it until you like it or just go with it. But I'm going to leave it so that the tag will actually pull out and I can add a little bit of journaling on that tag. But I'm just going to tuck it in behind the photo. So it's just going to sit right behind there. And that is my layout. Was going to add like sequins or flat back pearls, but I decided with the acrylic pieces and everything else, it kind of wasn't enough, just like that. I really like it in the end, so it's okay. I didn't add anything little or extra to it. I just went with that. And again, this is for Color Cast Design. She always has amazing acrylic pieces. I love her acrylic pieces, and definitely will be using a few more that I showed from the box this month. I hope you guys will join me, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!